Opportunities in isolation. That's what I'm going to talk about today in Time with Tim. And at this point in the week, I like to reflect on what I've learnt about leadership through interactions this week through the leaders that I work with, the clients I have at 4i, and really what their experience combined with my own, has taught me about leadership. And what I found this week, such an unusual week, such an extraordinary situation that we're all living through at the moment, is that essentially there is a way to turn the frown upside down. That many of my client leaders, are finding that there is opportunity in this isolation. And I think there was a really good example in the Sydney Morning Herald this week of a breakthrough that a lot of us, something falling and knowing that is a gravitational pull. That breakthrough by Sir Isaac Newton actually came when he was in self-isolation during a plague pandemic or epidemic in Great Britain, centuries ago. And I think, that's a particularly extreme example. I don't expect many of you, I certainly haven't discovered anything as significant as gravity. But what I have done is find, without the distraction, without a lot of the sort of the noise that comes from our daily lives, and as we have sort of compressed and compartmentalized our lives, our work lives, especially this week, I've been a lot more creative. I've been a lot more productive. I've had a lot more interesting ideas come. And I think that, in a moment, we can actually pause reflecting on this time and celebrate that and potentially learn something from it. I've also seen clients, look at this time as an opportunity to really sort of test, their business model, test their structures, their systems, their processes, test themselves. How good am I going to be, at leading through this challenging time? Am I going to be able to lean on my experience sufficiently to get through? And is there a learning opportunity here? And also, I think for a lot of businesses, we're busy all the time. There's always something to do. The to-do list is always 7, 8, 9, 80 items long. And with this downturn, let's maybe look at an opportunity to get some of the very necessary and very productive things done that just were always that 1 or 2 points down on the to-do list and we didn't quite get to them. Now, I know that might all sound quite obvious, and it might all sound, quite sort of, I hope not complacent, but really just constructive. Let's find some good. Let's try and find some positivity and some opportunity in these most confronting and challenging and turbulent times. That's a little bit of Time with Tim today. I hope you found something useful in there, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.